I'm a bit sick, so if my voice is not as usual, I'm sorry for that. It's gonna get better soon. Hello! Recently, I've been thinking more than normally about the reason why I'm here and what's the purpose of me living. And every time this sort of thoughts come to my head, I think about 3 events in my life where I've been so close to dying, like that close, like literally, or a split second, or a centimeter in one direction or another. That was the difference between me being today dead or alive. Some people believe it's a complete coincidence and you know, you were completely by chance, you're lucky to be alive. However, I've read somewhere that when you have moments like this in your life, you actually do die. However, because this is not your time, you actually are reversed to a second before it happened, and you don't have any recollection of this, that you actually passed away and been on the other side and came back. Well, some people do, but I wasn't one of them. Only once you really do die, only then you can see all these little moments when you actually could have be gone, but there was a reason for you to stay. By the way, I think when my mom sees this video, she's gonna have a heart attack, because I don't think she is aware of any of these 3 events that happened in my life. Let's start. I was probably around 6 or 7. My uncle and my auntie, they have a holiday home quite close to Krakow. It's a pure countryside. There are horses, there are cows, there are chickens, and all these possible idyllic summers that a child could get. So one day, with other kids around, we went just like normally to this storage house. It was, I think, harvest time, because this storage, it was like a wooden shed, was full of hay. So we were able to climb on top of this hay and stand on the like a stone part of this shed. There is a stone to some point until the roof starts, so you can actually stand on these stones, which were actually little quite high up. But obviously below us was just this ocean of hay, so, and as a kid you don't even think about it. So we were just jumping off this this stone wall, and then one of us decided to do a flip instead of just jumping. So I was like really scared, but of course I've done it, because why not? So I've done one flip, another flip, and then I decided to do one more flip. However, this time I did not do a flip and I did not land on my back. Instead, with all my weight, I landed straight on my head into the hay. After a few times of us jumping on it, this hay wasn't so fluffy and so cushion-like. It was becoming quite dense. When I landed straight on my head, all I could hear a click in my back and incredible pain going like, I don't know, how of my face, like there and through my spine. I lied on the back and I could not catch a breath. There was something like clicked in my back, I don't know, in my spine, and I felt like my head went a little bit like lower into my chest, so I couldn't catch the breath. I remember this moment very vividly. I thought that is it. When I was trying to catch the breath, the thing that was popping in my head was Saint Mary, like standing here, or in my head, an image in my head, and I thought that's it, this is it. And one thing I was also thinking is like, oh my god, what are my parents gonna do when I'm gonna die here right now? Thankfully, within a few moments, somehow I was able to catch this breath, but the pain was still going through all my spine, like it was horrible, and here my chest, like everything was in so much pain. I stood up and I ran to this house of my aunties and lied on the bed, and then I just realized, oh my god, I could have just died. If I wouldn't die from not being able to breathe, I could certainly be disabled till the end of my life because of breaking my neck. Thankfully, somehow I'm fine, nothing has happened, but I was really close. I was a kid and we were in summer holidays on the seaside. So my parents were sunbathing and I was just jumping to the ocean, playing in the waves, and then I just decided to go under the wave. So I went under the wave for as long as I could, and then I stood up and trying to catch the breath. However, another wave was coming onto me, and instead of catching the air, I caught a mouthful of water, and I thought, oh my god, and I wanted to get out, catch another breath. I could not, because there was another wave coming in. I stood right in this horrible place in the ocean where, you know, these waves would just come on and on and on. I think the water started pulling me a little bit further towards the ocean, and I could not touch the ground, so I couldn't like jump above it. So I really thought for a few seconds, this is me gone, like what my parents gonna do, this is me, and that's how my life gonna end. Seconds later I caught my ground and I just jumped out, and I was like, you know, coughing with water, and I was able to breathe. I got out of the water like shaking from fear and thinking, oh my god, I've just escaped death by so little. It was a really horrible moment. No, my friend's parents, my friend and I were going to Italy for a funeral of John Paul II. I was like 15 or something. We went all by car, so we were driving all the way from Krakow to Rome, and somewhere in the middle of Italy there was a split of the roads, and at the end of one there was a big black tunnel, and the other one was just a straight road through the fields. So we were not sure which one we should take, and the driver, my friend's father, he turned left towards this tunnel. We were just about to enter the tunnel, but we thought, let's just pull on the side and check the map. So the second they pulled on the side, this massive truck, like 100 kilometers per hour, drove straight from this tunnel straight on us. So we were clearly not on the right direction of the road. The impact of this truck was so strong, our car was just like shaking. We were literally centimeters from this truck. And second of all, if we didn't pull this second, we will be just so swiped away by this massive truck. So I still remember this shaking of the car and us looking at each other thinking, oh Jesus Christ, we were so close of actually not being on this earth anymore. That's really all I can think of in terms of how I nearly died. Well, I'm about to start doing my driver's license, then probably within the next few years I'm gonna have another set of stories involving car accidents and everything. Like knock in the wood. So far, so good. I would love to find out some of your stories where you nearly died. Please share them under this video, and I'll see you later. Bye bye!